species but with great ambitions, wanting to conquer the entire universe. Humans launched spacecraft to conquer deep space 50 years ago, starting with Pioneer 10 in 1972. Currently, we have 5 spacecraft that have reached the edge of the solar system. Most have exceeded their expected lifespan and are still operating far beyond their original mission plans. These spacecraft were initially planned to explore neighboring planets, but now they have paved the way out of the solar system, providing astronomers with amazing new discoveries in space. Voyager 1 and 2. The Voyager mission celebrated a special milestone last year, 45 years of operation. From close flybys of outer planets to exploring humanity's farthest reaches of space. These 2 spacecraft have greatly contributed to astronomers' understanding of the solar system. Their main mission now is to explore where the Sun's influence ends and the influence of other stars begins. Voyager 1 crossed the heliosphere, where the stream of particles from the Sun is no longer the dominant influence in 2012, with Voyager 2 following in 2018. Linda Spilker, Voyager project scientist and planetary scientist at NASA's Jet Propulsion Laboratory, shared. Voyager 1 has been in interstellar space for a decade and continues to operate strongly. The mission team encountered a major malfunction last year when the spacecraft began sending incorrect position information back to Earth. Engineers found the cause. The spacecraft was using faulty computer hardware, but it was later restored to operation. However, such incidents are expected to occur with an old spacecraft. The team is also actively managing the power supply on each spacecraft, which decreases every year. Due to the spacecraft's radioactive generators becoming less efficient, controllers had to turn off heaters to reserve power for some scientific instruments in the cold space environment. And surprisingly, those instruments are still functioning perfectly well. Voyager's cameras may have been turned off decades ago, but other devices are collecting data about plasma and magnetic fields from the Sun at very great distances from itself. Because of solar wind particles, the continuous stream of charged particles flowing from the Sun takes time to travel such long distances. So remote observations allow scientists to see how changes from the Sun propagate throughout our universe. The edge of the solar system is also full of surprises. It's logical that plasma from the Sun becomes sparser and more spread out as we move away from the center of the solar system. But in fact, the Voyager spacecraft encountered much denser plasma after crossing the heliosphere. Astronomers are still puzzled by that. Scientist Linda Spilker said, "That's amazing that after all this time, we still see the Sun." I'm looking forward to Voyager continuing to operate, perhaps until its 50th anniversary. Pioneer 10 and 11. The Pioneer spacecraft hold a special place in space history because of their role, as their name Pioneer suggests. Translated as pioneers. On June 13, 1983, Pioneer 10 became the first artificial object to leave the solar system to travel in the vast universe. Designed for a planned 21-month flight. But Pioneer 10 persistently operated 10 times longer than that and lasted over 30 years. During those over 30 years, it completed the historic mission of photographing 2 gas giant planets, Jupiter and Saturn, as well as transmitting data about interplanetary radiation and magnetic fields back to Earth. Unfortunately, these 2 nearly 50-year-old spacecraft are no longer operational. Pioneer 10 lost contact in 2003 and Pioneer 11 has been silent since its last communication in 1995. But both spacecraft are signs of humanity's presence in the solar system, and they continue their journey. Even if we don't send commands, when a spacecraft is placed on an outward trajectory from the solar system, according to the laws of physics, it won't stop unless something changes its course. With their pioneering mission, the Pioneer spacecraft carried a strange information plaque. which was a letter from Earth people to inhabitants of other planets. That information plaque, after all, is the first pioneer that humanity sent to outer celestial bodies. It is the first lasting mark that humans have left in the universe. It can inform inhabitants of other planets that on this small Earth, there have existed highly intelligent beings like humans. Without a doubt, it is the pride of our humanity. New Horizons spacecraft. New Horizons is currently the newest probe in these breakthrough missions, launched in 2006. After completing its flyby of the famous dwarf planet Pluto in 2015. This probe sped out of the solar system at record speed and is expected to reach a pause state in 2040. It not only completed its primary mission, but also successfully flew by a small Kuiper belt object, named Arrokoth in 2019, as the first extension of the mission. In early 2022, New Horizons was put into hibernation due to the unapproved extended mission. But now, the mission control team is excited to transition to the second extended mission of New Horizons in the Kuiper Belt, abbreviated as KEM-2. The mission started in October 2022, although the spacecraft will hibernate until March 2023. In the meantime, the control team prepares for exciting new observations, with tools far more advanced than what Voyager carried in the 1970s. Scientists are ready to use New Horizons as an enhanced observatory in the outer solar system, providing perspectives we cannot get from Earth. Ponsi Purati, a planetary scientist at APL and a member of the New Horizons team, is particularly looking forward to new views of Kuiper belt objects. These icy and rocky bodies beyond Neptune, along with New Horizons' unique position in the outer solar system, offer new insights into these Kuiper belt objects. Diverse perspectives may reveal the rugged surfaces of those objects. Among the factors, based on how light scatters and casts shadows on them. Another planetary scientist from the Southwest Research Institute in Colorado, Leslie Young, wants to use the spacecraft to observe something closer to us, the ice giant planets Uranus and Neptune. Unique Viewpoint provides information on light scattering through the planets. Information unavailable from Earth, as we cannot see Uranus and Neptune from that angle. Planetary scientists are eager to learn more about these planets, especially as NASA plans a new mission to Uranus. Kuiper Cliff. Ryan Hurlburt, an astronomer at the Space Telescope Science Institute in Baltimore, shared, "When observing other star systems, we see debris disks extending much farther than the host star. If aliens looked at our solar system, would they see the same thing?" But this extended mission will even go beyond New Horizons' original planetary science scope. Now, the spacecraft will provide unprecedented measurements of the background light and cosmic radiation in space. From that, it will determine the distribution of dust throughout the solar system and gather crucial information on the Sun's influence, similar to the predecessor Voyager. Since 3 distant spacecraft are operating in separate directions, they allow astronomers to map anomalies in the solar system's structure. Fortunately for New Horizons, signs indicate the probe has enough power to survive into the 2040s and possibly beyond each year, traveling an additional 480 million kilometers into unexplored territory. In addition to scientific instruments, it carries several cultural artifacts, including a CD with 434,738 names, a piece from the Spaceship One, built by Scaled Composites, an unused U.S. postage stamp, and a U.S. flag along with other memorabilia. About 30 grams of Clyde Tombaugh's ashes are carried to commemorate his discovery of Pluto in 1930. A Florida State commemorative coin, with a design honoring human exploration attached. One of the scientific instruments is named after Venetia Burney, who proposed the name Pluto after its discovery when she was a child.